Ken, thank you. Governor Malloy says he wants to cut the state sales tax as part of his new budget plan. His office claims it'll save people here in Connecticut millions of dollars. News 8's Mark Davis live in Middletown this midday with the governor by his side. Good afternoon, Mark.
Good afternoon, Keith. Good afternoon, everyone from the Middlesex Music Academy, one of the half dozen or so businesses here on Main Street in Middletown that the governor visited this morning to talk about this plan. Now, despite the fact that the state is projected to be facing a deficit next year, the governor says fractionally cutting the sales tax is a good idea. And it is just a fraction. He's talking about reducing the current 6.35% sales tax to 5.95% in stages over the next 2 years. So if you were buying a $500 snowblower today, the state tax is $31.75. Under the first year of the governor's plan, that tax would be shaved down to $31, saving you 75 cents. And when fully implemented in 2017, the tax would go down to $29.75, saving you $2 on your $500 snowblower after this is all put into effect. Governor, thanks for joining us. It doesn't sound like an awful lot.
Well, it actually takes the sales tax to the lowest point it's been since 1971, and it will be the lowest sales tax in the region amongst all the states. And when you apply that to a car, you're talking about real money. And when you're tying it to your yearly budget, a middle-class family, they're going to save a fair amount of money. So I think what we're trying to do is make sure as the economy is recovering, and it is, that we distribute the gains amongst the middle class, and that's what we're trying to do.
But last year you were touting the fact that you were scheduled to bring back the $50 clothing exemption. That is, when you buy clothing $50 or less, you wouldn't pay the sales tax. That's now going to go away.
It will go away in favor of a lower tax
across the board,
and that's where it works better for the middle class of Connecticut. We're still going to have a tax-free week. We're still going to have that program, but what we want to do is, as the economy continues to improve, and it is improving, we added 26,000 jobs last year. We want to make sure that we're going to redistribute the gain amongst the middle class. It's time for them to get a break.
You were also going to bring back the exemption for over-the-counter prescription drugs. Is that going away, or is that in place?
That starts in a couple of months. Yeah, in a few months. That starts. No, we're not undercutting that at all. That will stay. So we'll go back to the old rules with respect to over-the-counter drugs being tax-free. But this does get us to a substantially lower sales tax overall.
All right, Governor. Thanks very much for being with us here at noontime. And we'll have much more on this in reaction to it coming up tonight. Live in Middletown, Mark Davis, News 8.